Hello everyone, and you're welcome to Kaki's vlog. As is the case with all other videos that I've made, this was not the original concept. I had shot different videos in trying to pass this message across. I think that is one of the things that content creators grapple with. The work they feel is good. By the time they shoot it the second time, you find out that, oh, I don't like that one. I don't like how it was presented or packaged. Anyway, I digress. Today, this video is going to be as short as possible. I'm trying to make it short with the information that I have. I did promise that I was going to do a research and come up with the apps that I researched to be dangerous for children, and I'm here to do just that. I'll be showing us some infographics, some statistics, some studies, and also talking about the apps. It is interesting because some of us already know these apps, but we didn't know the full functions of these apps. We didn't know the depth of these apps and what they stand to influence our children on. And so without much ado, we're just going to jump right into it. There's a research that talks about media use by age. There's a snapshot. You can see it on the screen. And now it has the ages 3 to 17. But it captured it by groups 3 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 11, 12 to 15, and 16 to 17. Now, one thing is prominent in this whole study. The children had mobile phones. I mean, what is the use of a mobile phone without internet on it? It is as good as useless because they have games. The children get tired of playing just one single game every time. They want a variety. And of course, variety is the spice of life, innit? It is. And further links to these researches are in the description. So I mean, after this video, do your own findings, do your own readings, and see how you can safeguard your children. And so we'll jump right into these apps. We have Omegle, Snapchat, Yik Yak, Minecraft, Roblox, Discord, Yarn, Hoop, Kick, Chatroulette, Reddit, 2mix, Ask.fm, Tinder. I did my research. As you can see, research is the basis of every content. Tumblr, Flickr, Monkey Cool, Zoomrang, Pala, Game Pigeon, Chatmaster, Among Us, Telenym, BigOlive, TikTok, YouTube Kids. Yes, I said YouTube Kids because if you've been following the trends, if you've been following the transitioning of things happening in the world today, you will be observant to note some peculiar changes in the content that is being put out on YouTube Kids and also cartoons. Stay with me. We have Voxer, House Party. Now, this list is inexhaustive. That means that you can go further and do your research. But I tried as much as possible to harness all these lists, all these names. And I found out that for every research that I did using the particular keywords that I used, all these names came about. What that means is that they all share a likeness. They all share certain characteristics that makes them dangerous, especially if your children haven't attained that age. Now, let's jump into why these apps can be dangerous and why they have the potential to cause harm. First one is exposure to illicit and explicit content. We can see that on Instagram, on TikTok. You've come across or you've used before and you see, it's true. These are the things that happen when your children use these apps. There is cyberbullying. There have been cases of cyberbullying where children were bullied for the way they look. They were bullied for where they came from. They're not seen as smart. They don't live in the same area that their friends live in. They don't wear the clothes that their friends wear. They don't hang around certain circles that their friends hang around. Does it sound common to you? Yes, there's cyberbullying, get away from this space. You're not brilliant. You have the issues and the incidences of pedophilia. There are pedophiles that are lurking behind the internet to see who they can kidnap, to see who they can manipulate, control, gaslight, and take from their parents. And so you have to also be watchful about it. Child trafficking and sex trafficking, where children did not know who they were talking to at the other side of the internet, and before you know it, they've already shared the location. Before you know it, there are missing tags all around the neighborhood. Oh, a missing child, a missing girl, a missing boy. These things happen because the children are not using the internet with safety measures. There's the issue of ideation of suicide, self-esteem, anxiety, ideologies that are dangerous, violent ideologies, extremist ideologies. You can see people being trafficked just from making contact on the internet. You see a girl that was raised in a loving home. Before you know it, she's missing, she's been declared missing, and then they catch her miles and miles away in another country, and she's a whole new person. How did that happen? There's the issue of drug abuse, drug use, and drug misuse. There's the issue of stalking. There's the issue of GPS tracking, because some of these apps, once you put on your location, you have no idea who you're chatting with, who you're talking to, who you're playing games with at the other side of the world. And then you share it, and then someone gets to get into your computer, your system, your phone, hacks into it because you're sharing private details. There's also the issue of fraud and scams. Sometimes these children don't know that their cards can be used, and sometimes pop-up purchase ads come up and they purchase things that they don't need. It opens it to fraud, to cyber attacks and things like that. There's the issue of manipulation of images. Someone shares an image, shares a screenshot, or shares a video, and then some people go to tweak it and make the person look bad, and then the thing is shared in the school and everyone is making fun of that person. That person begins to develop anxiety, hatred for themselves, hatred for the classmates, the teachers, the school. Everyone doesn't have friends, and you do not know how far this thing can affect the person's self-esteem. And there's the issue of not being able to track the location of this person or the abuser or the attacker. Now you are on these sites, you're on these apps, and some of these apps do not have user IDs. They do not have pictures, they don't have their real information, and if anything goes wrong at all, who are you going to catch? Who are you going to blame? What digital footprint are you going to lay hold on? Because the person can as well deactivate and open another user ID, or deactivate, right? Change their profile, change everything about themselves, or not deactivate, or watch the chaos go up in flames. These are the issues that we need to fight against. These are the issues that our children are grappling with. More than you as a parent being on Facebook with your child, following your child on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And I, by the way, believe that not all children should be on social media apps. I mean, we can see what some parents are doing with their children on social media. We should be careful of the ways we get strangers into the lives of our children, because once you put it out there, you have already made it people's business. You've already invited online in-laws into your life, and you cannot say how they will respond to you. You can't actually control how they will react to you, to what you put out there. So it's important that you actually sit down and weigh the pros and cons. Is this going to benefit me and my child? Is this going to set us up for dragging on the internet? Is this going to affect my child's self-esteem? If it is going to affect your child's self-esteem, if it's going to make your child to be the center or cynosure of eyes, please do not introduce your child to the internet. Your child will be just fine. Your child can be a spectator, a bystander. Your child does not need to be the entertainer on the internet. Lots of times parents are like, I don't know why this child is always on the internet. I don't know what he's doing on the internet. He has homework to do. He has books to read. He has projects to do. He has blah, 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 blah. If you ask me, who will I ask?
Easy. You gonna explain tire. You go explain because no evidence. Say you try your best. If you don't make up.
So what do you want us to do about it? Because the calculation is not calculating. You are the one that introduced your child to the internet. Once you buy your child a phone, I know this might be unpopular, but I think it's still better than not doing anything at all. Follow me closely. You get your child a phone, right? Once you get your child a phone, before you unbox it, have the talk with your child. It doesn't need to take 2 minutes. Just tell your child, you know, as I'm getting you this, you're going to be using the internet. And I'm sure you already know these social media apps. Well, these are the apps that I would like you to stay clear of, because these are the cons. These are the issues with these apps. To raise a child is a community service. It is a community work. You will not be there 247 with your child. You will not be there to know who your child is talking to on the internet. You will not be there to know where your child is going. Where your child tells you, I want to get something down the road. Okay, you can go. Don't be long. I give you 5 minutes. They play.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Sorry, please.
Declare, leader.
Your child needs to have interpersonal relationships. Being on the phone 24/7 will not allow you to share in that blessing of going out, waking up to smell the coffee, let the sun kiss your face, feel the rain in your palms, go out there, make friends, you know, have a community, ride the bicycle. If you don't have a bicycle, take a walk. If you don't want to take the walk, take the bus. If you don't want to take the bus, like, mingle with people, know people's names, know where they live, pay attention to landmarks. When you're going to school and your parents are dropping you off at school, know the places they pass, know where you live, know the name of your street, the name of your house, the name of your neighbors, know information, be very observant, be sensitive to your environment.
Got plenty of full basket.
Like, the phone is going to be there. It will not die. It will not run away. But the one that is most important, that's going to keep and sustain you, is your human interactions. That is one way to develop social interactions. Because before you know it, these children are what? They're teens, they're young adults, they've started working. Do you have interpersonal relationships? They're like, what's that? Like, you don't even know what it is. Please watch this video, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.